Good morning. How is everybody's doing? Back to the session, to our topic. I'm being a little bit lately as I'm really busy. Back to the topic of the finches and domesticated finches. North American domesticated finches. We have to specify in the next few sessions about what we're talking about. We're talking about North American domesticated finches, and I'm gonna do some demonstration about a few birds. And which one we're talking about, and I'm gonna briefly talking about the wild domesticated bird, just quicker. North American wild finches. We're gonna just specify domesticated bird generally speaking, but finches for now, for the next few sessions. Why the question is why finches? Finches is one of the beautiful exotic, and actually they do well. If they do well, they do really well in the cage, compared to the canaries or other birds. Finches, they so adapt to the environment. So we're gonna narrow our search or our talk, and I'm gonna feed you guys a few tips and tricks. What to look for, what kind of finch, the name, and obviously I'm gonna show you guys how to look after these the domesticated North American finches. Do we have domesticated North or Europeans and Asians and South Americans, but or North Africa and tropical countries in Africa? But it happens to I live for now and in Canada, which is North America, and we're gonna talk about my experience with finches, generally speaking. That's one. Second, we're gonna talk about the finches, generally speaking. We're gonna the second part of we're gonna talk about finches and what they have to go through in life, and generally speaking, their lifespan. What they have to go through emotionally, and because it's like socially. Some it's kind of funny. Some birds, they can't live alone. They need a partner, and some of them, some finches, they can live. It's like us. We're all different. You know what I mean? And it is in nature. It's not all you bring two finches. They may be brothers or sisters or whatever, and they are totally different characteristic. It's amazing. We're gonna do the demonstration as we go in a session, and they look the same. They behave same. They talk the same language, and they grow up in same environment, but they behave different. Their characteristic is different. Like fingerprints, and everybody has his own fingerprints, so it's pretty much same like us. Just make sure this point is clear. They are different. Every bird is different than the others. They might look same, they might same type, same environment, same food, but they act different, they react different, they socially interact differently. So that's a little tip, which is when you have a finch and your friend has a finch, you might get the same type of finch, but it's not the same animal. The same they behave. Each one of you has different experience with same type. You know what I mean? It's like brothers in a family. Brothers, they grow up together. They grow up in the same house. the same faith, same traditions, same food, everything same, but they are different. Different in terms of they act different, they react different, they do different choices and stuff. So same like domesticated finches, same like animals, same like birds, but we're talking about if you go into the pet store and you buy this finch, and your friend who went to the pet store bought the same finch from same pet store, believe me, both of you have different experience. What means different experience? You dealing with different characteristic. Each one of them is going to be totally different, which is normal and natural, which is okay. And I know I'm giving few in the first session. Now this is the second one, and that I'm trying to do the representation about where we're gonna narrow the search and narrow the talk and spread the knowledge, and just for people that curious about knowing about finches, generally speaking, and North American finches specific. We are heading Mississauga, Toronto, and in the west side of Toronto, and is actually the temperature is getting cold, and we are at the end of October, around Halloween time. So it's a privilege to get together with my fan and my followers. Subscribe and let me know what you think, and if you have any question, please forward your question and stuff, so that way we can answer those questions as we go, and specification. And I'm gonna support my what I'm saying with the scientific finding. We talked about last time, actually, sorry, we talked about how bird watching or having a pet has health benefit, because first of all, we appreciate nature. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, you have this little life in your house, share with you the space. It's not wonderful, so it is special. And the animal, talk and life and try to keep you company, calling you, I'm hungry, I'm this, whatever. But it's just amazing. They are like us, they socialize and stuff. They like to interact, and same like dogs and cats. If you have a dog, you gotta take him out there, you gotta socialize with him, he get upset, he knows if you're upset. Same like birds, and little creation, but it's so phenomenal, it's so rich. So thank again for watching my this time we're doing these birds and the finches and stuff, and in the future we're gonna different topic, but for now let's stick with the same thing. I know I'm repeating myself here, so have a good, I think, morning, and we'll talk. If you have any questions or any suggestions or anything you want me to clarify, or if you don't understand anything in each session, you can get back to me, and I'll clarify. Enjoy your morning and your weekend, and be safe out there. Take care. Bye bye.